Hey everybody, it's going to be a quick tutorial for the perk system and the multiplayer zombie survival template to show you how you can make the perks purchasable with points. So by default, I'll show you, you just simply touch them and you get the perks just by touching these little demo actors. And I can open one up real quick and show you that it's just a simple give perk command. So let me just click one of these and edit the blueprint, and I'll show you that it's just an overlap trigger box. It says checks if you already have the perk. If you don't have the perk, then it gives it to you, and the perk to receive is just a variable here. So it's very easy to do. What we're going to do is we're just going to take something that already exists in the multiplayer zombie survival template, such as the door. You can right click a door, browse to asset, and here in the content browser, here's the door. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to right click the door and duplicate it, and I'll call this perk purchasable. So basically you'll be able to purchase perks with this new actor here. And of course you can go in and change these to whatever you want. So instead of a door, I'll probably change it to something like, I don't know what to change it to. We'll change it to a rock. Just so we know that it's something different. So you come up to this magic rock and we'll be able to buy a perk with points. So let's compile save. Let's go into the event graph and change some of the things that we need. So by default it says open door. You can change the name of this event to something like purchase perk. You don't have to change that name, it'll work perfectly without it, but it makes it easier to understand what we're doing here. So instead of the person who opened the door, you can change that to, but it doesn't matter. So right here where it checks to see if you have enough points, and then removes the points, and then opens the door. We're gonna get rid of this these three nodes sections here. Delete that, and instead of giving them the point or removing the points right away, we're gonna disconnect that, move it down here for a second. We need to do a check to make sure that we can purchase this perk. So what we need to do is we need to take the variable called person who opened the door, and I'm going to drag off of it and get component by class, and under the actor component here, the component class, we're going to type in perk component. Click that, and this will give us access to everything the perk component has. So we can drag off of it here and we can type in something like check if you have the perk already, and you can also do a check such as check the perk limit. So you don't want to be able to buy a perk if you already have it, and you don't want to buy a perk if you already have the max amount of perks that you can carry. But we have to plug a perk in here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag off of this little node for perk and promote it to a variable, and I'll just call it perk. And then we will just do a branch, and we can do an or boolean, so we can check to see if we have the perk already or if we've exceeded our perk limit. And then off of the true branch, yes, we have enough enough points. Then we'll check if we already have the perk or exceeded our limit. And if not, then we want to remove the remove the points. And then we want to drag off of this get component by class and say give perk. And then we'll connect that up here at the end, and then we just drag in our perk variable for the perk that you want to give the player. And that will do the logic, but now let's go to the hint string variable and change that. Instead of saying hold F to open door for, we'll say hold F to purchase perk for :space. And then under cost, we'll change the cost to something like 5 points instead of 1500. Compile save. And we drag this purchasable actor here. And then hit play. So now we're in the game. Here's our magic rock. It says hold F to purchase perk for 5 points. We press F, took away 5 points, and I have the health perk on my screen. And my health is 250 now. And if you go up to it and you press F, spam F, hold F, you can't buy it anymore because we already have the perk. You'd have to die and remove the perk. So that's pretty much how you can easily do it. And let me also show you the functions, the things you can do with this perk component here. So anytime you get the perk component itself, like we did here, you can drag off and you have the ability to remove perks. So you can remove one perk, like a specific one here. Any perk you want to remove, you can do that. You can also remove all perks, which will just simply take away all your perks, just like it says. You can use the remove all perks but one, which is handy for something like solo revive, because you can remove all the perks except for revive perk. That way you can revive yourself and keep that perk. There's also the give perk, which we did. We have the give all perks, we have give random perk, we have remove random perk. So you have all these nice little handy, easy to use functions that you can drag in and use in any of your blueprints or code for any of your uses. So that's pretty much how it works. And I'll leave it to you to customize what you want this to look like instead of a rock. But that's how it works. So thanks for watching, and see you around.